Hello, and my name is CJ, and I'm here to talk to you everything there is about sliders. And this is the Sliders Review. And today I'm here to talk to you about Colin Mallory. Colin Mallory, played by Charlie O'Connell, which is Jerry O'Connell's brother in real life. On the show, he also plays Quinn Mallory's brother. Now there seems to be some confusion with this character. Charlie has in fact appeared in both the third and second season. In the third season, he appears in Dragon Slide, where he plays a sheriff officer. They never state his name, but they give no reference to him being Colin. Also, when Quinn sees him for the first time in the fourth season, he doesn't recognize him. In the second season, as time goes by, in the Spanish-dominated America, Quinn is reunited with his long-lost love from childhood named Daylene Richards. In that same episode, Dalen has a brother named Kit, and this person is played once again by Charlie. In that episode, Quinn states that he knows Kit from when he grew up because he knew Dalen. But once again, when Quinn discovers Colin Mallory in the fourth season, he doesn't recognize him. Like Quinn, Colin was born on Cro-Mag Prime, and just like Quinn, he was placed on a different Earth when his world was going through a civil war with the Cro-Mags. When Colin's original family came looking for him, they assumed he was dead because of a viral outbreak on his world. But he actually survived, and when he grows up, he is actually very smart. In fact, he's the smartest person on that world. He isn't as smart as Quinn due to the fact that the technology on his world is limited. As Quinn is trying to convince him that he's in fact his brother, Colin decides to slide with him. After discovering what Quinn says is true, Colin comes to accept the fact that he was not born of the world he thought he was, but in fact was born of that of Cro-Mag Prime. After leaving his entire life behind and his love interest, he is now in search for his home planet and to discover a cure that can help defeat the Cro-Mags on Rembrandt's world. The person he bonds with the most seems to be Remy himself. Rembrandt sees Colin as somebody he can kind of corrupt, but in a good way, and help make him cooler than what he needs to be. Kind of like an older brother type sense. Rembrandt also gave him the nickname Farm Boy. His actual brother Quinn helps him more in a technological sense. It is by Quinn that Colin learns how to use modern day technology and becoming smarter than what he is now. For the most part, Quinn and Colin have a brotherly connection, but it isn't as strong as a normal brother relationship would be, due to the fact that they do not know who each other are and are complete strangers. When Colin messes up, Quinn will sometimes criticize his younger brother. However, Colin seems to be that of the backbone support in which Quinn needs, much like Rembrandt is. Whenever Quinn's feeling down on his luck, or when the weight of the world is on his shoulders, Colin is always there to remind him that they have a stronger goal in life and that you cannot give up. So he is a good sense of moral support, and this helps those two to bond closer as brothers. Unlike Quinn, Colin isn't in sliding for the thrills, or to be a hero, or to have any kind of sexual liaison as his brother used to. For the most part, he is a man of science, and he feels as though he has a good upbringing and that he makes good judgments in life. But sliding does seem to scare him in the sense that the world is so confusing that it takes a lot for him to take into account. An interesting fact about Colin Mallory is that we always see him wear the color blue, mostly in his shirts. The last episode in Season 4, Revelations, we see that Colin is now taking up a love interest. The woman in which he takes a love interest into is the father of a man that is from Cro-Mag Prime 2. In the episode Way of the West and Asylum, we see that Colin is actually pretty handy with a pistol. Unlike Quinn, Colin isn't afraid to take up arms to protect those that he loves. Colin's personality is very go-lucky and very eager. He's very eager to learn, and he always has a good sense of nature. He tries to find the good in bad situations, and he is more than willing to help somebody in need. So much, in fact, in the episode, My Brother's Keeper, on that world, if a person was rich and was in need of a body part of organ, they would take it from a person who is poor. This was later outlawed, and they decided to start cloning people. When we see Colin in this episode, him and Quinn notice that Quinn's double is working on some sliding equipment. His eyes are later singed by an explosion, and he needs an ocular transplant. Because of this, they clone the Quinn of that Earth. Now, our Quinn gets mistaken for the clone, and the clone actually walks off with Colin and the rest of the sliders. Even though this is not Colin's real brother or even a double from another world, Colin still feels obligated to help this clone cope with life and to give him a sense of identity. And when the Mike Mallory of that world was demanding that the sliders return the clone and that in fact they will trade our Quinn for the clone Quinn, Colin decides that it isn't right for this clone to sacrifice his life or even his eyes for another person, and in fact he is willing to keep the clone and not make the trade to get his brother back. The writers decided in the 5th season not to only get rid of Quinn but also to get rid of Colin. So in the 5th season, in the first episode entitled The Unstuck Man, Colin, as it's stated online, he is unstuck between time and the vortex, and this causes him to be gone forever until the season ends. And well, folks, there you have it. That's the rundown on Colin Mallory. Stay tuned next time when I talk to you about Mallory, which is actually Quinn's double in season 5 who looks nothing like him. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.